Stingray versus Cody Travis is what's going to be coming up next. You can see it at the top there. That's winner's final. Both of those guys guaranteed top 3. Now you see the loser of that one's going to go down to the lower bracket, and they'll wait to face the winner of COSLIX versus Boomy. So who's it going to be? What do you think, Taza? Stingray, Cody Travis.
I'm very confident that Cody Travis is going to win this, actually. We're going to the winners finals for this, but I know that in history, I feel like Cody Travis has Stingray's number, not to mention that Axe is so good against Lance in general, and Stingray's not on the Terros this time. That's the Black Knight. That's what we know Stingray for.
He's on the OG. Oh, man. What a story. This is a very good top 6 here. We have what a treat, you know? Lucky us, Taza. We really got the good
lucky us. I know.
We're got all the best matches here.
Oh, and now Cody against Stingray, winners finals. Okay, so going into this matchup, a little bit about it. Stingray is essentially the Orion player in, I think, the world. That's what I have to say.
Night.
Yeah, so Stingray really proved it
behind Stingray. And Stingray, I know in the chat right now that Stingray's got a bunch of support. Everybody's excited for their boy making it this far into the tournament. Now, when Stingray bulldozed his way onto the scene in Winter Championship, first tournament we've ever seen this guy in, right? And he gets top 3. It was insane. Winter Championship 2020, absolutely insane. And we have
I remember
get close to the podium since then. But here he is.
Right. I remember you and I were casting that. It was Stingray versus Sandstorm, and we were like, well, he queued up against Sandstorm, tough luck. But maybe next time. And then he ended up winning the event, and ever since then, Stingray's been a legend. That being said, Cody Travis was behind, evens things up with a nice blaster side sig, and now it's 2 stocks to 2 in this game number 1 of winners finals.
Oh man, Stingray up to his old tricks here. You'd never seen an Orion land more neutral sigs than Stingray.
You've never seen Orion land more signatures than Stingray, I feel like. Stingray is very, it's very disheartening to watch, because I imagine, depending on your relative skill level in Brawlhalla, you'd be like, wait a second, that happens to me in gold when I'm fighting against Orions, but Stingray is actually just that amazing at spacing
there's a reason.
Orion signatures.
There's a reason you haven't seen any other Orion in the top 64 of the last dozen tournaments. And that's because Stingray's the only one who manages to do it right.
And look at this.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up.
Man, he is just doing amazing in this game. Oh, and he siders Cody off of a ground pound too. That down sig was just so close to be able to blast him. Stingray was trying to end the entire game with that side sig right there.
Oh, Cody missed the dash jump recovery. He was just a little too far when he landed the downlight, and it wasn't enough. Stingray somehow still alive. Oh, he used that gravity cancel on nothing. Cody can just end him now. I'm surprised Cody didn't get a better finisher on him with that wasted dodge. But Stingray's still alive. Oh man, Cody's in trouble. He needs the KO. Okay. It was a little late.
Always that
better
point
late than never.
As a Blasters player, where your opponent gets into a certain amount of damage, and you're like, just okay, fine, I'll just Sair you 4 more times. I'm not
Sair, yeah. I'm the only one that...
That's exactly what happened there. Cody is bringing the damage back. Downer hits. Doesn't get the sider afterwards. He's trying to get those spaced in sidelights, but Stingray is actually reading him and dash jumping in with those spear neutral airs, really punishing him. But the downlight sider hits, and Cody does he get the nair? No, he doesn't. Stingray trying to go for the recovery. Cody, no jumps left, no dodge. He has to dive back to the stage. That was really smart because
never mind. And a celebratory neutral sig to finish it off. Look how happy that Black Knight looks.
I was about to say it was smart of him to dive kick to the side of the stage instead of landing on the stage, because Stingray was definitely going to down sig there. But then when he just did it again, of course, why wouldn't he? That signature is so great on the ledge there.
Dude, this is Cody Travis we're talking about. This is the tournament champion, the champion of champions. There is a winner's circle of champions, and Cody's on top of that circle right now. He is the #1 power ranked player in North America. And the regions can't be combined this year because we're all playing online, but if they were, I'd venture to say that he would be #1 in the world.
Yes, absolutely. And not to mention that this tournament is going to do wonders for that statistic in particular because he doesn't have to worry about Sandstorm getting first at this time, right? Like Sandstorm's
that's
on
true.
fifth.
Yeah.
So first
Sandstorm's
place
right
is really
behind
up for
him in the
grabs.
power ranking, but a 5th place on this one's definitely gonna hurt that.
Oh.
Oh, Stingray, perfect accuracy, slide kick, ground pound, beautiful combo. If you're not doing slide kick, ground pound on unarmed, you should start. It's a good move.
Unless
Okay,
it's Sandstorm,
CODY,
then
quick
doing
to hit.
double slide kick ground pounds every time because
Well,
why
that shouldn't work.
not? No, but it does. It does. I've seen it work on everybody. Oh my god, Cody's just hit like 4 nairs in a row. Cody's getting so much damage on the blasters here. Stingray, nice dodge through that sider. I thought Cody had caught him for sure. These dash forward sidelights from Cody, which is something that I always highlight. Oh, okay. All right, Cody. Down air, sidelight double there. Oh, down line recovery. No.
What?
You chased dodges. I thought
What
he
is
did
he
down
doing?
sing.
Oh my god!
I thought the down was going to come a second
He's
earlier.
dancing around him and not attacking.
Oh.
Okay.
Wow.
That was
Cody
crazy.
really
Now,
was
we see Cody do that a lot. Like, get so far ahead of people that he doesn't even need to dodge, and he's like dash jumping around their attacks and stuff like that. And you could tell he was looking for a guaranteed down sig there with his blasters as he was dancing around Stingray. But like,
Yeah.
Stingray didn't dodge, and so Cody was like standing there. It was crazy. Stingray picks up the KO with a downlight jump recovery on Spear. And Cody's got a pretty big lead here. This would be hard for Stingray to come back from. Could be it.
Recovery. That's
That's it.
good.
Yes!
Wow.
Cody
That
takes
was
the game.
Yeah, that was as early as possible. I feel like on the recovery.
Yeah.
Now it's 1-1 now between Stingray and Cody Travis. Much better look for Cody Travis, although it's still a pretty close game. Cody got some amazing blaster strings, and I really want to highlight the word string and not combo. A lot of what Cody is doing is just purely off of saying you're not gonna dodge here or you are gonna dodge here, and then getting 4 to 5 hits afterwards, and it's insanely tough to do.
Is truly in his head with that stuff. Looks like Cody Travis is reconnecting or something. Must have a little bit of internet trouble. He's restarting real quick. Restarting. I don't know if he's restarting the game or his computer. Either way. Oh, whoops. Let's check out some replays. While we're waiting, we'll wait for Cody Travis to come back. Let's watch some replays.
Like this, the DI ground pound.
Slide kick ground pound. Beautiful, beautiful. And then
Good save.
easy side air. That was the answer back after losing that first stop.
I liked that.
Beautiful
we didn't
catch.
see the beginning of that, but before that pickup recovery from the air came through, that was when he was doing all the footsies with the down sig, right? Just like trying to look for that guaranteed knockout and just like, okay, none of this is working. Fine, I'll just fight you in the air. And he took the recovery off the top. Really crazy game too.
So you had predicted that Cody Travis was definitely going to win this. Stingray seems to be putting up a good fight. It is 1-1 now, tied up. It's first 1-3 is going to win this. But whoever loses is not out of the tournament yet, right? They're just going to go down to the lower final. Both of these guys are guaranteed top 3. The loser of this is going to have to face the winner of COSOLIX versus Boomy, which is also going to be a super exciting match. Looks like Cody Travis is back, and we are in business. Let's get this going.
Oh, I'm excited for this. Okay, game number 3.
What were you gonna say though? I wanna hear it.
Oh, COSLOIX and Boomy is such a scary matchup for Boomy. I feel like COSLOIX has just time and time again actually just erased him from tournaments. So that's gonna be like, I feel like all of Boomy's grand final matches are happening before he gets the top 3.
He's had a tough run in general, from going from Sandy to Sandstorm to COSLIX. All right, here we go. Stingray versus Cody Travis. Game 3 is a tied up set.
Whoa! And Cody's already doing so much damage. He was in orange in 10 seconds. That was incredible.
Well, I'm thinking about it, and I'm not sure that Cody Travis has much experience against Stingray. So he's kind of dialing it in here in winner's final. I mean, I don't think we've seen Cody Travis face off against Stingray very often.
I think I recall
one of our
guys matchup. It wasn't recently, that's for sure. Not in the last 4 tournaments. But I do recall sometime in 2020 where I was like, wait, maybe I'm thinking Cody Travis with coffee. Mixing up the 2 Lance players that exist in the top 8. But no, I I still give it in favor of CODY as the game's going on more and more.
We can see CODY adapting in front of our eyes, I think. And so really good start on that one. He's only in orange health. Got some room to push a lead here against Stingray. Stingray arming himself up with the spear now. CODY not having any of it. Just knocking him out. Home run swings from CODY Travis here. Keeping it going. My goodness. All this damage is really starting to add up here. Stingray's got to answer for these.
It's like, what if CODY was actually lagging in those first two games?
Nice read. Beautiful read from Stingray. Flawlessly executed. Gets the KO on CODY Travis. Very well done.
I like that recovery finish. Stingray's been getting a few of those good recovery finishes from CODY. And now over to the Lance. Really great start against the Blasters. CODY opting to take towards the air. He's been going for a lot of these down air gun Blasters string starters. And then he's been trying to go for like a chase dodge diagonal downside air or diagonal upside air, depending on how much damage that's on him. But so far, looks like Stingray's adjusting. There it is. Oh, but he didn't. He missed the side air. He went.
Oh, the finisher. Yep. CODY Travis ahead once again. This is the same deficit that there was on the last stock when CODY was ahead. Oh, that was clever. Really good. That was a really good one by Stingray. Covering himself with the weapon throw directly upwards, comboing you to do neutral light. That's really well done. Stingray's definitely got some. He's got some moves with the weapon throws. I know you saw the triple down there.
Yeah, that's what I was like. I was like, oh, that just hurts. Like hearing, just watching a quick concession. Just down air hits, and now, okay, CODY.
Crazy.
Okay. All right. Sideline hits, and I think that recovery may have gotten him if Stingray jumped into it. CODY was going for a pretty hard dodge in read there, I think. But he's got to be careful. Stingray's getting a lot of side airs through. One side light connects, one more side light, and I think CODY has a lot of options for finishing off the stock. Oh, he's trying to get that pickup recovery so hard.
Looks like we're just waiting for CODY to finish this, but Stingray just keeps getting closer and closer.
CODY has no jump.
Oh, he kind of had a guaranteed one there with the neutral air, the neutral sig. Uh-oh, all of a sudden, CODY's in trouble. He had this locked down a second ago. He was so far ahead. What's happening? Uh-oh. Oh, Stingray, he brought it back. Can you believe? A complete reverse sweep on that last stock. He basically didn't get hit the whole stock to survive that.
I can't believe it. And I guess I can't. So something that Stingray is doing that I really like is that he's watching CODY go for a lot of these like jumping X pivot down airs where he's always trying to land on top of him. And Stingray has just been using spear recovery more and more and more as the bracket's going on. And now we just watched 2 spear recoveries in a row just catch CODY off guard and completely steal the game from him. Now Stingray is 1 game away from getting to grand finals.
That's a really good adjustment from Stingray because you're right to call that out. CODY does do that a lot, and that's, you know, Blasters players always do that. You want to fastball into them, get that down light so you can get the true recovery combo off of that. It's a classic. Stingray's really starting to figure it out, what CODY's tendencies starting to get the best of him here as Stingray's figured out the counter.
Yeah, it seems like it. Of course, now when he picks up that lance, I feel like I've been enjoying Stingray's spear against CODY's axe more than the lance in particular, but we'll see how he's able to adjust here. As he goes for those nairs, CODY's just kind of like, yes, please jump up towards me so that I can down air you over and over again. That's what but it's working. Actually, as I say that, Stingray's getting more nairs than CODY is getting down airs. Oh, and the axe
CODY got disarmed. Had time to get disarmed here. Woo! Oh, it's not enough though. Actually, not even nearly enough.
Stingray has a exhaustive recovery right now. Okay, he touches, makes it back. CODY trying to catch him with the last blast of that down light, the neutral light on the verge of sending CODY off the stage on its own. No dodge as CODY goes for the recovery. He's been fishing for these pickup recoveries a little bit too much, and I feel like Stingray's adjusting too well. The side air gives him the lead.
Look at this.
Right. Is that gonna do it? Okay, that got close. That was pretty close. Oh, it did. It actually did Stingray just have no jumps left? That had to have been the case. Stingray threw his weapon and just fast fell away. So now we got 2 stocks to 2. And CODY gets that down air starter, and that's when things really get into control. But Stingray fighting back.
Stingray's doing the half pipe, but with a lance. Lance doesn't do half pipes.
That is the Cody Travis standard combo off that downer. Downer to the late sider, sidelight nair, bringing Stingray into orange. Downlight sider, bring him even deeper to the orange. Whip for the ground pound dodge and read, but Stingray, can he fight back? Oh no, he doesn't get the chase dodge afterwards. No sider off that downer hitting. Will he get it this time? He does. Chase dodge, diagonal sider.
Stingray, this is good.
Oh my pivot.
goodness.
He gets the read, and it takes him out. Cody just demolished him that stock.
That is ridiculous. He's got to be happy about that one landing. I mean, what a hard read to go for. What is he pivoting that one for? I mean, he had to have just seen into the future to land that. Oh, again with the corner guard down 6 from Stingray's spear. I think Cody's well aware of that now. Probably not going to let it happen again. Doesn't matter. Cody Travis gets disarmed now, and Stingray is ridding the field of weapons here. Cody's desperately looking for a weapon. There's one. Oh, wow! That was brave. He just stood right in front of that. He knows the spacing perfectly.
He stood right in front
and Cody's now starting to run away with it.
He walked one step to the left, picked up the axe, and then just completely destroyed him for even thinking about side-sticking again. That was an amazing turnaround, but it is still a stock to one stock. Cody does get a down air. Chase dodges down, repositions, tries to go for that down stick, and Stingray punishes. Oh, I thought that was going to be it. I thought Cody was just going to get down air to oblivion, but he makes it back to the stage. Down air, sider. Nice conversion. Nearly KOs on its own. Stingray's so damaged.
Cody's regaining control here, but Stingray, I mean, he did it last game. He can do it again.
Oh, delayed recovery, and that's it.
Oh. We're going to game 5. What else did you expect? This is amazing.
Nope.
You know what I think's happening here is you brought it up earlier. You know, Stingray is the Sig guy, right? He is the most Sigalicious player out there. He's landing all of his signature moves. And Cody Travis on his Barraza is really starting to punish those signatures. I mean, so much so that he just stood there, and the wind from Stingray's side signature blew his hair a little bit, but he did not even look away, right? And he got a huge punish off of it that led him to a KO, making Stingray afraid to signature, or even just second guess himself on signaturing once, is doing wonders for Cody Travis. Now that completely shakes up Stingray's game.
Yeah, as we can see from Cody Travis's playstyle, when he connects with signatures, it's just a bonus to his playstyle as it is. We see so many things he can do: D-Light recovery, D-Light cider, and just a raw axe cider in general. He doesn't have to rely on those signatures, but he can use them and still get the knockouts. Another note that I wanted to bring up is that you were mentioning Cody Travis's pivot signatures, and I just want to say, as a Barraza man, you could basically pivot all of Barraza's signatures and it will always look like you're a genius. So, not taking anything away from Cody, but that's just the thing.
He's a genius.
Like, you will. I guarantee you, if you look at his down sticks on blasters, I bet you they're always pivoted, because why? Why would you not pivot the down stick? Oh, never mind. Okay. Anyways, into this game. It's game 5. Side stick connects. Cody, and that's exactly what you're talking about. Stingray's trying to catch him with that side stick, and Cody almost looks like he's just waiting patiently. It's like, please think about pressing the head.
He's not using as many signatures as he was before, because I think he knows now that Cody is like aware of it. And as I say that, he lands a KO with his signature. Look, it's not a science, all right? We're just talking about what we're seeing.
Anything can. That's why it's so much fun to cast. Yeah, Stingray, although it was a different down. Usually he uses them as like ledge traps. Oh, Cody, please. Oh, no. Oh, forward airs. He went for that.
Oh, he landed that. That was crazy.
Blaster neutral airs in a row. He just catching Stingray left and right. Signer comes through. Cody is just putting the hurt on the Stingray. But even then, it's still
he's close though. He's close, and he's on the cusp of making history here. I mean, he's never been in grand finals on winner's side. We've never seen it. We've never seen Stingray in grand finals ever. For him to make it to grand finals here would be monumental. Ooh. And it looks like he's on his way as he takes the lead from Cody, overcoming a damage lead as well as he takes this stock. Stingray is looking good. He might actually be in winner's side grand finals. That would be crazy. That'd be a first in Brawlhalla esports history. Okay, Cody, he's not playing any games. Wants him to come back up. Slams him with that home run swing.
That's how you know he's playing for the long game. When you start seeing him use axe downlight at high damage, that's like when you know it's like, I'm not taking any risks. This is gonna take you off the top eventually. But Stingray putting in a ton of damage. Oh man.
This is
okay,
game 5,
Stingray.
last stock. It has to end here.
The sights
Whoa!
are so close.
Oh! That would have been a highlight for the ages if he landed that. But CODY Travis
no.
staying alive. Oh, Stingray! He must be getting nervous. He dropped the true combo, dude. That was down like jump cider. He missed the jump. Oh
huge.
man!
Okay,
but
Cody,
he's getting so
Cody
close.
has to.
He's gotta be
punish him.
shaking right now. Can you imagine being up against CODY in winners final? He might actually take this.
Okay.
Cody?
Oh, Cody with
Oh.
the slide charge pivot neutral, like sidelight in air, hits through. Oh, he interrupts the down two with a down air. The down lane of recovery.
Oh.
He doesn't dodge it. Stingray goes all the way up.
Stingray not
The
gonna
slider hits the weapon through the ground pounder. Didn't get it. Stingray. Ah!
CODY Travis got the map he's stolen from today. CODY Travis taking this tournament. Do you believe it? Oh my goodness. Okay, look,
Wait.
tournament's not over. That's winners final. That's just chill. That's just winners final.
Hold on.
All right. He's in grands. Stingray's gonna go down to lower final. He's still got a chance to make it back into grands. But as it stands now, history is yet to be made here.
That was
Whew.
that
Look
was
at
the
the
scrappiest ending to a winners finals I've ever seen. That was so good. Okay, we're gonna watch
That was
this here. So
really
that's like,
good. What a show from both of those players, man. I'm just elated. Woo! Look at this. And the weapon throw, perfect.
yeah. And I was just about to comment about how CODY was adjusting those weapon throws really well. So how did he get him here? Yeah, the downlight. So that was like the mode where CODY's like, okay, hyper focus, everything.
And that recovery there could have been the end, and then boom. Oh
My
man, that was incredible. What a game. What a match.
Yeah,
What
a match,
a-
you know.
what a
As Foda said, we're not. It was not grand finals. That was winners finals. There's still like we still have second. We still have second and third grand finals, and then fourth grand finals actually as we get through this bracket. That's what it feels. That's what it feels like. We have to
let's
change
move on
all
to
the-
second finals here. Also known as the lower semifinals, where we've got COSLIX and Boomy about to face off against each other, the winner of which will go on to face Stingray to see who is worthy to face off against CODY Travis
Are they?
in grand final.
already. Oh, and Boomy's on
So here we
Diana.
go.
Boomy is on Diana going up against COSLIX on the Scarlet and Small Brawlhalla. This game is going to last 20 seconds. It's not even going to... The stocks are going to be flying.
This is interesting. I love this because of the blast from the past. You know, Boomy playing Diana is like... Boomy's main in 2017 was Diana, and pretty much since then has not been his main. I mean, he's still amazing with her, played her plenty of time, but you know, not the tournament winner, not the one to go against COSLIX, who has COSLIX has taken a lot of tournaments from Boomy. I mean, of all the people Boomy goes against, I think of anybody in all of Brawlhalla, the two people Boomy's worried about most is Sandstorm followed by COSOLIX. And
Yes.
if that's the matches he's playing here, Sandstorm followed by COSOLIX. Beautiful down to take the stock, evening up the stocks here.
I mean, that signature already takes out stocks in yellow on, like, Mammoth Fortress. So the fact that that happened on the Small Brawlhalla is no surprise to me. Boomy doing a good job of being able to come back here. But yes, you're absolutely right. Out of all the players in a bracket, whenever I see Boomy on a collision course with COSLIX, I'm like, oh, that's not great for Boomy because pretty good for Boomy.
No, he's not happy about that. Like, he'd fight anybody else right now. But COSLIX, that's a kryptonite.
And we're seeing it here. I mean, Boomy, his damage has got to be really, really low because the one stock he did take was like a down Sig Gimp in light orange. COSLIX has just been putting on a ton of damage on the Boomy. The Lance weapon throw up to keep Boomy starved and add on even more damage is doing so wonderfully for him. But Boomy's on Diana, and let's face it, both down Sigs are exactly the same. So, but then you have recovery. Takes him out the top. Nicely done. Even it up. And it could still be Boomy's game.
It could be Boomy, yeah. COSLIX has had control this entire time, but all of a sudden it's completely evened up. Boomy's got weapon control, never mind. COSLIX steals that weapon right from under him. Got the hammer. Bet he wish he had a lance here instead. Double down air? Come on. Another
Three
one?
downers? Oh, he's going to go
He
for
might
a fourth
finish
one.
this. We're coming into the final moments. Is it going to be a pivot down sig?
Oh no.
No,
He's got to be really careful. I feel like COSLIX is going to go for a down
Can't
sig
be
on the
doing that
hammer.
on the left.
And instead of flying, now the recovery. That's it.
Oh, Boomy taking the game at the last second. Close.
Wow. That I really. Oh, and COSLIX banned out Brawlhaven immediately. Okay, he definitely doesn't want to go there.
Good play.
And he guided him
Boomy
towards three of the
picks
newer
basically he's picking basically the next best thing here with Apocalypse. It's like small stage, not a small kill box, right? This is actually a wide stage. It's just that this main platform we're on is not all that wide.
Yeah, and he didn't choose Demon Island, which I would honestly consider COSLIX's home stage. And oh my, is that it?
Boomy?
Oh no!
Oh, he went for the kill. He almost
He's another neutral
six. He's unlocking his full potential here.
Oh goodness. Okay, Boomy trying to make it back to the stage. COSLIX really got a lot of damage on there, but COSLIX is not the type of player to even care about losing a few exchanges of neutrals. We see here the down stick. If he slid just a little bit further, that Steve would have sent Boomy flying. The down airs are knocking him against the stage. Boomy goes all the way. Okay.
He can't make it back. Wow.
I think Boomy had to hit the Sair. Otherwise, he wouldn't have made it back anyways. I think he went for it all.
It's not unlike Boomy to go for such a crazy all-or-nothing type of play. And catches him with the blast recovery, evening out the stocks. Man, that was insane. Because Boomy had such a good start there. It looked like he was in total control of everything. And just little by little, in the span of 30 seconds, COSLIX managed to take it all back and go so far as to take the stock before Boomy even took his first one. But it hardly matters now, as we are at completely equal damage and stock on the second stock here.
Ooh, Boomy went for the sidelight side stick, but COSLIX very aware of that string coming out from Dana. But oh no, the sider hits!
He ground pounded just a little early there. COSLIX, he didn't have long to stall, but he stalled as long as he could off the side, and it worked. Catching him with the sidelight recovery, I think Boomy had burned his dodge there, so for COSLIX to pick that move is the perfect move to do. Not a true combo, but it's close, and if they don't have a dodge, it doesn't matter.
Boomy went for the craziest read off of that respawn there. COSLIX was trying to set up a weapon starve. He got in right away, kicked him, stared him, and then tried to go for a full length unarmed ground pounded and almost hit. COSLIX, however, managed to survive and now has gotten so much extra damage on the Boomy that I'm feeling like this is going to be his game. Oh, nice dodge. You can't get any of these recoveries. The only stock that Boomy's taken so far was honestly a fortunate recovery to connect at all. Let's see if he can do it. Downlight recovery? No, downlight side air. Is that it? Oh, no. That's what you're talking about.
If he went for recovery, it wouldn't have been true, right?
Yeah.
He was he landed it too far. So he went with the true option, which I agree with, but it just was barely not enough.
The clash. Wait, what? I think the hammer dare interrupted bow recovery, and it was the weirdest looking thing I've ever seen. Okay, that has to be.
Yeah. Like he stuffed this recovery, but he sent him upward anyway. Sets tied up 1-1 as COSLIX takes that game.
Okay, and somehow COSLIX gets his way on game number 3, and we get to go to Demon Island, which, now that I think about it, maybe it's more of a neutral pick than I originally thought, because of how well Boomy's been playing with the neutral sig and down sig on bow. So we'll see.
Oh, sure, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. We'll see if I mean, Scarlet has a few advantages on this stage, like we were talking about before.
A lot of advantages, really.
it's a good stage for Scarlet, but Boomy left it open. I mean, he's aware.
Oh no!
Uh-oh, this could be it.
What?
No way! No
God, he's done.
Oh, he's gone!
She starts Boomy. Why would you do that? No! Hold on. Okay. All right. Hold on. There's a reason. And the reason was
dude.
I think Boomy was trying to go for the big brain play of interrupt the lance recovery with neutral sig, spike him again, and hold on to the stock. Of course, what happened was he got in the way of the recovery, gave COSLIX a chase dodge, and now he's behind an entire stock. But I'm still kind of thinking he should have just let it go. Oh no, okay, all right, COSLIX.
Man, that was gonna be the most epic play, and it turned into just like an awful whiff.
Nice. It's all right, Boomy holding on, but that was a pretty big. That's a pretty big whiff to do. I would agree.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There's thousands of dollars on the line. This is like, that's a crazy.
I mean, not to mention that this is a tournament that Boomy just knocked Sandstorm out of, right? That's also saying like he can't go down now. That's what he must be thinking.
yeah, yeah, that's true. That's a good point. Man, that's crazy. What a crazy interaction. We're gonna need to slow-mo the heck out of that in the replay.
Also, esports dev stream. That will probably be like an entire segment, honestly.
Join us tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern. or Monday.
Moving on to the
Wow.
thing, and now the game's completed.
What? Oh my goodness. Okay.
Okay.
I guess this is it. Both
Right,
sets
Boomy.
tied up, stock tied up, damage is tied up. But even match.
As awful as that first stock was for Boomy, I still feel like momentum has been in his court the entire time. Just to see if COSLIX can skip at the last minute. He's working on it. Sidelight into Nair hits. He's getting another Nair.
Not now,
Recovery.
COSLIX has control now. What were you saying about control of the match?
I totally was wrong. I was just completely wrong. Don't listen to me.
COSLIX is dancing now. He's having a little party with this. There's no way Boomy can bring this back, can he?
He avoids it. Downlight.
Oh,
Side air.
Start.
Oh, okay. That's one way.
He is praying now.
Oh.
That was.
There was a
Oh,
cool
jeez.
moment there where I think Boomy like jump naired at the perfect height to land on the stage while nairing, and it was the cool. Yeah, right there. I just saw on the replay. It was it a few times. Yeah, we'll see it. See if we can find it. All right. Anyways, back to the stage. Striking. Okay, I'm still very surprised about this. Demon Island for game number 4.
Dude,
and it is
I love Boomy's dedication. Look, he picked CODY at the start of last round, and he played CODY the whole way through, even when his back was against the wall. And now he is sticking to the Diana pick through thick and thin here. Back against the wall, down by a game, with COSLIX just 1 game away from victory, and he is still not faltering from the Diana pick here. Whoa, okay.
Whoa, okay. Oh, wait. Oh, no.
Okay, is he? No, he's fine. He's fine.
That was just all good for COSLIX in the end. For a moment, it almost.
Yeah, big damage. I mean, he didn't even trade anything. That was just purely profit for COSLIX.
Oh, he dashed forward down.
No, little farther.
Misread the space.
Misread the space.
Okay.
Yeah, he thought he didn't need to dash forward at all, or he needed to pivot. COSLIX pushing Boomy into red here. He's 1 good hit away from taking the stock. That'd be an early stock. Boomy losing this stock now would be pretty bad for him.
Yes. He's getting these side airs through as well. Boomy trying to get that read on the COSLIX. Goes all the way up to oh wait, downlight into recovery. Does take him off the top. There was a world where Demon Island had a higher ceiling, but not anymore.
I was kind of expecting that not to KO, but he got it. Oh, COSLIX charging in with an unarmed haymaker, tying up the stocks.
He likes
Funny
it.
Yeah. I mean, he knew it was gonna bonk him, and then right after the bonk, he grabs the weapon and scores a neutral light.
Nice down air. Chase dodge, chain dodge forward. Didn't get anything off of it. Now he's got to be careful here. COSLIX gets into this mode where once a Nair connects, I feel like it's going to guarantee that the next 4 Nairs going to come through. Will Boomy go for it? He tries the side air, not spaced correctly. Sidelight recovery disarms him, and Boomy is now a land side air away.
Oh,
Maybe it's back.
uh-oh.
No,
Boomy touched the wall. Oh my god, this can't afford to lose this game. He's up there not touching the wall. Oh man.
No, it's
These pro players, man, they're so quick on touching the wall and releasing that they sometimes just don't touch the wall. You know,
Boomy looks like he is
backed off a little
unfazed.
bit, but
One more D-Light recovery, I think, would actually do it. Boomy's just got to play this perfectly. Don't go for anything too crazy. Recognize that you're at 1 stock left, and there it is. He gets the last hit of it. The D-Light recovery connects, and it's like it doesn't even matter. Completely dead even game for game number 4. Boomy trying to bring it to game 5.
He has to do this right now. If Boomy loses, he's out of the tournament in 4th place.
That string
What
is
a
still
start!
going.
Oh man!
What?
COSLIX firing back just
D-Light
as fast.
side air.
That was a really good pivot on the gravity cancel down light there.
Boomy's
He's got
going
COSLIX in red. This is looking like
Is that
Boomy's
it?
game. Not enough.
Oh,
he
he needs
tries
one more
to
D-Light
blast
side.
him. It's not over. COSLIX could
Boomy
still
is just-
take this. He cannot get comfortable.
Oh, he just has a straight up. COSLIX trying to get the nairs through. Down recovery. No, he missed the recovery. COSLIX gets in there. Side air hits. That's it.
Like,
Boomy
he got it.
gets the stock, and we're going to a game 5. What was I talking about? We're at third grand finals here
Game
today.
5. I think every match we casted, Taza, today has been game 5.
Yes, it has, actually. We have casted 20 games in 4 sets.
Dude,
cast 20 games.
GG, let's go. This is a really good tournament. All right, once again, ladies and gentlemen, down to the freaking wire here. Boomy versus COSLIX. Either of them just need to win this one game to move on. This is podium. This win right now takes you to the podium. Losing, and you just barely missed it. Boomy, both of these players, podium people. I mean, both of these guys, like, they live on the podium. They rent condos on the podium. They have a timeshare there. They all and Boomy and COSLIX. I mean, COSLIX especially. He's a power user. You know, he's lived on that podium.
And you can see how badly he wants it. Oh, he gets into recovery and it just barely doesn't take him off the top. So much will actually finish Boomy off. That's it.
Never try again. You get it on the second one. The problem there was Boomy dodging before he got to the floor, and COSLIX is just waiting for that. If you dodge right before you land, that is a free sidelight recovery for COSLIX. You know, he is for a long. You know, he used to use that sidelight recovery all the time, and it was a true combo. Now, not true anymore. So he's figuring out all these different ways to use the sidelight recovery, and the best way really is catch someone's dodge. If they don't have their dodge, it doesn't matter. It's always going to land.
All right.
And
hot take.
More and more just landing that all the time. And I cannot believe how much control COSLIX has over this game right now.
So I have a hot take for that, right? Nerfing silent recovery on Lance actually made COSLIX a better Lance player. That's my hot take.
I believe it.
Because
I
feel like it makes people not as scared of sidelight, and now he just hits it more than I've ever seen before. That's what I feel like.
Oh, you think it's because of other people and their way of dealing with
like, I don't have to worry about this anymore, and COSLIX is like, I've got just 8 different ways to do it now. It's like, I've made up.
I mean, I think COSLIX relied on it a lot when it was a true combo, and it's made him a better Lance player in that he's had to figure out a dozen other setups to use it now, and it's not just walk backwards and land the sidelight now. It's a bunch of different things, and his reads have gotten better since then, because now he has to pay attention to the reads a lot more. It's the only way he's going to land those recoveries. And my goodness, COSLIX is just destroying it right now. For Boom, this would be a miracle. It'd be the most insane comeback.
Swap pound, is this it? COSLIX touches.
He touched the wall. He touched the wall.
Oh, he's in recovery. Oh, that's it.
COSLIX wins. What a determined victory that was. I mean, with a show of force, COSLIX takes that, beats Boomy right after Boomy beats Sandstorm, and is going to move on to the lower final now, where he's going to face off against Stingray. And how appropriate is this? The 2 best Lance players going to be fighting each other. Then again, Stingray could be using the Taros instead. I don't know. What a game. What a game. Congratulations to both of those guys. Boomy really, that was awesome. That was an awesome match. COSLIX, he won it in the end. No doubt about that. He was the better player in that last round by a long shot. I mean, he was in control. But well fought. And so here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom right of that bracket, Stingray versus COSLIX. The winner of that moves up to the grand finals, where CODY is waiting. Who's it going to be? You already know your podium. CODY, Stingray, COSLIX. But we don't know the order yet. It could be in any order, really. Anything can happen from here on out. But you know it's going to be CODY, Stingray, and COSLIX. So let's get right into it. Next match coming up here is going to be Stingray versus COSLIX. So tell me, Taza, what do you think? The new school or the old? First of all, give me your read on, do you think Stingray is going to play Lance? Or is he going to go to the Taros because he's going up against COSLIX right now? Okay.
And I totally didn't say Taros at the same time that he locked it in the corner. But I wanted to say that I was going to say Taros because I just If there's one thing that I believe is concrete, it is that Axe has a pretty good matchup against Lance. And Stingray on the Taros was looking great earlier on in the tournament. I was surprised he didn't play it against Cody Travis, but he still brought it to a game number 5. Now, as to who's going to win this matchup, I feel like that's really up in the air just because of how many strategies COSLOIX has for every opponent. I feel like he has like a ton of them where it's like, in this scenario, go to this map with this legend, and I could just I never know what COSLOIX has prepared for each tournament. I can never predict it.
Have you ever seen his notes? Has he ever showed you his notes at a LAN? He's got notes, dude. He's got pages.
He has notes per player.
Per player, all these different strategies, their tendencies. He is a studious competitor. I mean, he knows his stuff. This is not messing around. It's not, oh, I get in there and I feel it out. He's like, he knows what to do.
But Stingray on the Taros, that move is like the name of the game. He hit so many down signatures the last time that I casted him that I couldn't believe it, and he does it in a way where like he takes advantage of that spacing that he mastered on Orion, and he applies it to Taros, who also is a character that I feel like you don't go like, oh yeah, their SIGs are the best in the game. It's like, no, those are SIGs that you learn how to play the game against. But he makes it look like it's the opposite.
Right. They're all great in gold when nobody knows to expect it, and then they're useless later. But somehow Stingray manages. And he could just keep surprising everybody here. Oh, nice pivot. Oh, but he didn't get the side air off of that. Doesn't matter. He is in control right here. Side right recovery doesn't work. Stingray manages to dodge that one. Very fast reaction speed to get out of that one in time. It's like, it's not a true combo, but it's still so fast. And look at him once again getting out of it. And COSLOIX feels safe enough trying for it because he knows that it can land. Like, people don't react fast enough to the side light. It is just so quick that you might not press the button in time. Stingray seems to be on top of it, but you know, you do that too many times and COSLOIX is now going to start pausing after landing the side light, letting you spot dodge and then punishing you with the neutral signature. And that's just the kind of stuff that COSLOIX does now as he's leveled up his lance more and more, further than previously thought possible. Super even game here again.
Ooh, he's hit so many nairs. The comeback from COSLOIX on the second stock has been amazing. I mean, he's almost in the lead. He gets that was, I'm pretty sure that was a near 0 to death, if not a 0 to death. COSLOIX was so behind, 3 stocks to 2, and now he is up 2 to 1 and continuing to get more extra credit. Okay, I think it was like 2 damage. Weapon throw, point blank. Maybe that's 1 damage. I don't know the exact numbers.
I think it's 2.
That was very low.
I think any weapon throw is 2, but you know, I don't know anymore.
Whatever, he got something.
That wasn't good. You know, it wasn't nothing. It's greater than 0.
Exactly.
And we are down to an extremely even match here in game 1 of this set.
Ooh, it's so close. Stingray jumping around looking for those first few down airs to start bouncing COSLOIX into the air. Maybe get a side air follow-up. Oh, neutral light misses and COSLOIX gets a nice punish. Primes the lance. You see, he wasn't going for a weapon start there. He was just going, I don't want the axe next. This lance has been destroying Stingray. The weapon throw catches him dive kicking, and there's the new lance fresh off the stage. Goes for that side stick finisher. One side light recovery will definitely do it. And in fact, I feel like just a dash jump recovery, which COSLOIX likes to go for so much, will do it as well. Recovery time.
Oh man, Stingray's in trouble. That's going to do it. I mean, anything would have done it at that, but definitely a side air will finish him off. COSLOIX takes game 1 of the set against Stingray. And Stingray, man, can't be happy about that. He's done so well this tournament, so far as to get into winner's final and take it to game 5. Now in the lower finals, he can't be ready to give it up. Not yet. And okay, I like this switch. You know, Taros not working. How about Gruagok? Yeah, the golden gok.
The golden gok.
The golden
ascended
gok.
To his true form on Crystal Temple. I love watching Stingray games because he picks the maps that nobody else picks. Small Enigma, Crystal Temple every time. He always guides people to the stages. And now we're here for game number 2.
Oh, I bet that was supposed to be a down light and not a down air, but he hit it a little too early and just sat there swinging at nothing. COSLOIX got a pretty good amount of damage off of that, but Stingray's making up for it now.
Nice side air. Stingray trying to get some more damage off of COSLOIX. Those sidelight nairs just give him so much more mileage. Reverse snares, get the sidelight afterwards, gets snared away. Oh, and no lance. Stingray just needs an axe side air. It's a pretty close opening stock, though, for both players. What? Wait, what? Did he weapon throw, pick up, clash, recovery, gravity cancel, down sync? That was so weird.
I don't even know.
I swear, you heard the interrupted recovery effect there, right?
Yeah.
Before the down sync? Okay, well, stock goes over.
I believe you. You're not crazy.
It was very.
But it doesn't matter.
It does not. You are correct. Stingray is down to stock, and now he is down to damage.
Let's see, COSLOIX gonna push his damage lead here while he's a stock ahead. Every little bit counts. Oh man, look at this. He knows Stingray wants the KO, so he's playing back. This is what I was talking about before. COSLOIX really good at dealing with somebody who he knows is trying to get a kill move. Didn't matter though. Stingray managed to find it before too long. A little bit of damage deficit to deal with now, but oh my goodness, never mind. It's an issue. This damage deficit is an issue. COSLOIX is starting to run away with it. He might get a whole stock lead here in a second. Stingray finally gets some damage in edgewise, but it might be too little too late as COSLOIX is about to take him out. One more good hit. Oh, nice job avoiding the recovery there from Stingray. Still managing to avoid all. Any one of these things would kill him right now. That one would have killed him. That would have killed him. It's
okay, that wouldn't have though. Luckily, the down air connecting me the first one. I love how Stingray uses the Teros down sync. Honestly, Teros, what? Wow. He faked him out. He did the down sync immediately as soon as possible. Pivoted to neutralize.
It was a bait.
Oh, that side sync though. Don't do that. Okay, so
there you go. Down to his last stock. COSLOIX ahead by only a very little.
I can forgive a Teros side sync if it is pivoted off a platform, which I think is what he did. He did like a dash pivot side sync, so like the momentum was like he was like walking down the air. But most of the time, I don't know. I still
think it's just so slow that it's not even worth using. Like he's a fool for even.
I remember when Little Cap was picking Teros for like a few games, and he would just use that move all the time and immediately lose his stock. I was just, please stop. No, if Stingray can prove me wrong, but we'll see.
Stingray's the guy. Stingray's the guy that uses SIGs in a way that's not supposed to work, and it does work. Like if he's known for one thing, it's that.
Yes. I agree with that.
He might take stock. Yeah, we're coming into the final moments of this, and Stingray is in the running to take this game and tie up the set. You don't want to go down 2-0 to COSLOIX because that's hard to come back from. He doesn't really give up the reverse sweeps like ever. Stingray's movement looking smooth there. Like,
silent air recovery.
Oh my goodness!
Fastball there recovery.
He's in trouble now. All of a sudden, he's in trouble, and he doesn't have the weapon. He can't grab that weapon. COSLOIX stealing it from him. He's got the lance. What's Stingray gonna do? He's running away. He can't run away from the lance. COSLOIX takes game 2 on his way to shut out Stingray, but Stingray could answer back with a reverse 3-0 sweep.
What? That is a crazy pick. He's on the brim, which actually isn't that crazy. It mixes the axe from Gruagok with the spear from Orion. So I actually like this.
Interesting. Man, it seems clear that he is just not willing to lance mirror COSLOIX.
And that is a remarkable statement.
Maybe it's yeah.
Well, so what's interesting about that is that at the beginning of 2020, I remember COSLOIX specifically mentioning that Stingray was the real deal, and there was a time where Stingray was beating COSLOIX in lance mirrors.
Yeah.
So I think you're right. I think something happened during this year to now where Stingray is just like, nope, never, not diddling COSLOIX in the lance mirror match ever again.
Yeah.
And whatever that is working very much in favor of COSLOIX. Because I mean, we know he still plays Black Knight. He just played it against Cody Travis in Game 5. So it's there.
Right, yeah, it's there. It was good enough for him to bet it all in winner's final. I mean, come on. The Bryn's not looking bad though, you know. I must admit, I was like, well, this is how you lose, you know. You lost that character select, but proving me wrong. His Bryn is good. Will it be enough to take out COSLOIX in a place where his Teros could not?
Absolutely.
Oh, that's a good way to start.
Yeah. And so the
that
thing
was
is,
the dash jump pivot down thing too. That's what we saw Booming Sandstorm doing with the CODY so much.
Yeah. And the thing is with Bryn in particular, I feel like Stingray just has a knack for picking these legends that have very like I guess some would say clunky signatures, but really they're just very different in how you have to utilize them, and Bryn is definitely one of those. So let's see what he can do with the spear here. Goes for that down stick once again. COSLIX waits it out. Nice down air punish. Goes all the way in for a nair. The recovery from Stingray hits. Very close game, but every time we're in these close situations, COSLIX just always just barely takes the stock before Stingray, and that is making a huge difference in this set. Going into this game here, Stingray gets the neutral sig, and COSLIX is off the top, and we have a chance to go into game number 4. Ooh, sidelight there, just get the ground pound. COSLIX fastball straight through, trying to dash jump up, and down air hits.
A little bit of this lead that Stingray's got here. This could be everything. He has to push this into victory. Oh no. Letting it come down to the wire here. This could be it. If COSLIX wins, it's over for Stingray, and he'll be out in 3rd place. Nothing to scoff at. Podium's a big deal, but he's already been on the podium once before. We're looking for Stingray to make history here and make it to grand finals for the first time ever.
Ooh, and he's trying his best, but COSLIX has brought the damage up so close. One sidelight hits a narrow recovery. I thought that was going to be it. Small Brawlhalla so small. He gets
no,
he's still alive.
Stingray could do this.
Over again. Sidelight, nair. He goes for the barrier, gets a sidelight.
He's in trouble. Wow.
Oh, Stingray dodges and plays it down. He misses another recovery, but he gets a dodge. The side air is stacked. He doesn't have enough drift. They just keep the sidelight recoveries off.
That's it. COSLIX wins 3-0. What a sweep from the Lance Main himself. And ladies and gentlemen, we're off to grand finals now. Congratulations to Stingray making it this far through the tournament. He's on the podium, ladies and gentlemen, top 3. A lot of money for that placement there. He's got to be happy about that. A huge boost to his power rankings too. Definitely in the running to earn an invite to the World Championship. And, man, that's it. Okay. COSLIX defeats Stingray. What a game. What a game. Let's take a look at the bracket here, how everything has progressed.
Take a look.
And wow, this is it. This is everybody. This is all of top 8. And we are now at the very end of it, ladies and gentlemen. Grand finals. CODY Travis versus COSLIX.
We broke the Game 5 trend with that last set there in lower finals.
Oh.
It is a 3-0. Yeah.
You know,
it was
if it's not a Game 5, if it's not a Game 5, a 3-0 is a pretty cool way to go. It's like one super cool way or the other. No boring 3-1 stuff here. So it's a sweep or it's down to the fight.
It definitely means that, like, in CODY Travis's case, where he went to Game 5 against Stingray and COSLIX just 3-0'd Stingray, what is that going to mean for CODY Travis going into this Grands where they're going to be fighting up against each other? Of course, earlier on in winter semis, CODY and COSLIX did fight, and CODY won 3-1. So it's already looking pretty good for him going into Grands for this tournament.
What a year for Stingray, man. I mean, his first tournament on the scene really was the first tournament in 2020, the Winter Championship, where he bulldozed on this. I mean, he blasted his way in here, taking 3rd place in that tournament the first time we ever saw him. And he's had a great year, 2nd place in the Winter Championship, 3rd place in the Summer Championship. Oh, did I say 3rd? He got 2nd. That's right. All of those things I was saying about Stingray not making it to Grands before, completely wrong, guys. I was totally wrong about that, because in the Winter Championship, he did make it to Grand Finals, right? He got 2nd place. Whoops.
Yeah, that's right. I think it was against Pugsy for that. It's all right. I forgot that as well too. Yeah, Stingray. Well, right. It was a crazy championship, because I feel like even more notable to me than the 2nd placement, which was amazing, was taking out Sandstorm in lower bracket, which very, very few people could even say that they have even done.
Right. Yeah. Taking out Sandstorm and Boomy and plenty of other notable names, but that was an incredible breakout performance for Stingray. Still killing it. He's on the podium. His power ranking's looking good. Congratulations to Stingray. So Taza, Grand Finals is coming up, and I want to know, what are your predictions here? Who do you think's gonna win?
do I even have to say? You know what? Funny story. We had these little rehearsals for the predictions yesterday, and you know who I said was going to win it? And I thought about it. I was like, okay, no, Sandstorm's been doing really well for a long time. I was going to put all my money on CODY Travis. I can't say that for the beginning of the tournament, but I could definitely say it now because when I see CODY Travis up there in grand finals and his two opponents are Lance players, I'm like, yeah, this is a done deal. CODY's back. He's going to win another tournament.
CODY does look like he's back, man, but I gotta say, I think this is COSLIX's tournament, man. I honestly think that COSLIX is gonna be the one to take this tournament. He's long overdue, all right? I can't remember the last tournament he's won. It's been a while, but he's been on the podium this whole time. He's been practicing. He's so ready to fight CODY. He's never been more ready in his life to fight CODY. And if it was going to happen, I think today's the day. So this is going to be a good grand finals one way or the other. Who's going to win? Taza or Foda?
Oh, yeah, that's right. We're fighting against each other. Don't ignore the people on screen, okay? This is a matchup between me and Foda. Grand finals. Which caster
Let's
is
do it.
Right
this is going to be awesome. CODY Travis versus COSLIX. I'm excited.
Fully expecting
What's the first
the comments on YouTube to be complaining about the bias. But you know what? I don't care. We're on Demon Island. Oh no, COSLIX is going to win this one. I was wrong. I take everything back. This is definitely COSLIX home field. No. Okay, wait. CODY Travis can slide charge pivot neutral on Axe. It's the best signature in the game. It will definitely work.
Well, we'll see. COSLIX has got to be hyper aware of that.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's happening. Grand finals of the 2020 Autumn Championship for North America comes down to CODY Travis and COSLIX duking it out right before our eyes. We should consider ourselves so lucky. Even game so far.
And what an interesting way for the match to start. COSLIX almost entirely being on Axe for that first stock. Now switching over to the Lance to fight against CODY Travis's blasters. Neutral Light sends the blasters flying out of his hands, and he primes up a Lance. After that, Axe hits him away once again. Can CODY make it back? He does. He goes for recovery instead of the weapon, and now Axe versus Lance. Can CODY do it? That down air is going to take a lot more at Lance down airs before that's able to take out a stock. Oh, CODY's so damaged.
CODY's so hurt though. Yeah, Neutral Light will do it from mid stage. Sure, he was pretty hurt. 1 minute for that KO. CODY, big damage. That 3-piece. Whoa, CODY!
What?
Oh
no,
no,
CODY,
no! Regret that. He's what? COSLIX, no! COSLIX, no! He's not only did he miss it, he saved him. He was dead, dude. He had nothing left. COSLIX saved him. Oh, come on! Come on! I got it. You know, maybe I need to look at. We'll look at it on the clip show on Monday. We'll find out for sure.
I need a very special replay segment for that because I have no idea how the heck COSLIX lost all his jumps. That was so.
That's ridiculous.
That was the best bait from CODY that I have ever seen in my life from any player. Just ground pound beneath the stage. Why not? They're gonna follow you. Just do it. It's fine. CODY is fine.
Genius bait.
Okay, CODY is getting back to damage, but it's still bigger than COSLIX. This is despite all things, COSLIX is playing out of his mind.
Dude, he is. I'm telling you, he is ready for this victory here. It's gonna be tough. He's gotta win and then win again. He's gotta reset the bracket first, since he's coming up from the lower side.
Ooh, that sider could do it. Can CODY get the edge guard? Weapon throw? No, he misses the weapon throw and missed time. The ground pound COSLIX just slides right through on the last recovery and does a ton of extra damage on his way back. CODY make it back to the stage. Try to get these. I mean, he's in that mode that I talked to you about, right? Okay, I guess pick up recovery, but I thought he was just gonna stare until eventually one worked. But now it's 1-to-1. CODY could do it.
CODY could do it, but I don't know, man. I'm thinking COSOLIX right here. Just one side sig, one quick little bam bam right there. This is it. Here it comes.
Oh, he dodges the neutral sig.
Oh,
wait, CODY got
he went for the read, but he didn't pause long enough.
Neutral sig.
Like,
yes. Oh, he didn't get it though. I felt it. The double, the chain dodge, the pivot neutral stick. CODY's doing so much off of that.
Oh, the weapon throw! It landed, but the weapon throw stopped it! Oh my goodness! COSLOIX
gets
so
snared.
lucky to be alive, and he steals the game! Oh, that's robbery right there. We just saw theft. I need to report a crime, dude.
Let's stop. Let's stop. Let's stop what we're doing in this game, COSLIX and CODY. Please, I can't handle this. What? Hold on, okay.
That was insane. Oh my
That was
goodness.
the most clutch weapon throw I think I have ever witnessed. I mean, we saw the neutral stick connect. It connected, right? Like, and then it got interrupted before it could get the knockback. Like, that was so clutch. Okay. Game 2. CODY Travis opening up the sides. Nice dash jump pivot down there. Ooh, the neutral stick, the weapon throw. CODY gets it with a downlight slider. COSLIX has no jumps left. He gets stared away. COSLIX has no jumps.
Wow.
Okay, all right.
I'm surprised. COSLIX probably should have come in lower on the wall there, because he had no jumps left, and CODY didn't even have to leave the stage, the top of the stage, to knock COSLIX out in a way where he never touched the floor and didn't get any of his jumps back.
D-light, side light, nair, another downlight sider turning over the side stick. CODY is furious after that game. I mean, I would be too, right?
He's running away with it now. Oh, jeez. COSLIX in trouble. What in the world? What is happening? You all saw COSLIX in the last game, right? I'm not crazy.
CODY is destroying.
He is unleashed.
Wow.
Activated. Instinct.
Okay, he's gonna.
Is he gonna 3-stock? At least stop the 3-stock. No, he's not. There's no way.
Okay. I mean, one neutral stick would do it. One neutral stick would do it. He has time.
Yeah.
Here it comes. Neutral stick. Oh, that's a down stick. The wrong one, CODY. You can't trip with Sarah anymore. Stop that. Okay.
It's not about the win anymore. It's about the 3-stock.
Downer hit, sider. No, a little bit late on that. Falling sider as well. COSLIX, can you do it? Can you stop the 3-stock? Downer hits. I don't think so. Weapon throw.
The 3-stock. Oh no!
Sider up the stage. Yes. All the way back. Web pound.
Way back.
Oh, what? It's with the recovery, CODY. You can do it.
Yes. No! 3-stock. 3-stock. Oh dang. Okay. So that's how it's gonna be.
You just have to ban Demon Island, and then COSLIX has no stages to go to, apparently, because CODY just destroyed him. That was so one-sided. I've never seen CODY hunt somebody down ruthlessly with side airs, with blasters before, so that's how I know
he went there, dude. That was insane. He really went out there for that last side air. Those 2 side airs on the second to last stock. That was nuts.
That was wow.
That was
COSLIX taking.
All right, so COSLIX is reconnecting, restarting Brawlhalla real quick, and he is already back, so don't even worry about it. We're going right to it.
Ooh, okay. I'm kind of glad he did, because we weren't really getting a break in between those games. Like, it was just nonstop craziness. Take a moment to...
Yeah, think of the casters.
I know we said it was a battle between us, but we didn't take it literally. Like,
no, dude, this is this is a battle between 2 of the best Brawlhalla players in North America.
3, 2, 1.
Here we go.
Brawl.
Sets tied up 1-1. Wait. Is it? Yes.
yeah,
it's
yeah,
definitely.
it's 1-1. And that's a really big deal for CODY Travis. CODY Travis has to win 2 more games in this set to win the entire championship. COSLIX has to win this set just to have another best of 5, which, if it's anything like these past 2 games, are going to be absolutely crazy.
Dude, if he resets the bracket, it's over. There's no way. With that kind of momentum, COSLIX will surely win. But it's like, it's a question of whether or not he can make it to the reset.
Oh man, I'm just going to have back and forth stocks. That's what I'm wondering. Cider just hit. CODY.
Go!
Oh my.
Oh. A real strong start from COSLIX on this one.
Yeah, everybody, your eyes do not deceive you. CODY Travis did just 3-stock this man, and he is currently getting beat up by the Lance. That is what's happening. Oh, okay. Nair sidelight there.
This is as good as it gets for an esports team. When we're in grands and guys are 3-stocking each other, it's like, this is good. We're good. We should all be happy.
Oh.
Oh man! Oh, the second falling reverse nair. That was
Okay.
beautiful. Oh, he might still be able to make it.
Well, not.
COSOLIX
taking
couldn't do anything to avoid that one. He needed to drift as far as he could because he was out of options. Looking for a weapon. Got the lance.
Okay, down air nair. Great start. Down light as an anti-air from Cody. Hasn't been doing that too much, but he's been adopting it in this set so far. Look for that down air, double down air. No. Just gets the side air, and oh, Cody!
Oh,
he was feeling
man,
like it.
he is hungry. Cody's hungry, dude.
Oh, COSLIX, oh, he recovers the wrong way. Cody's bringing this back. Cider hits, is that going to be the stock? No, Barrasa's defense a little bit too high. COSLIX on that platform, and perfect
Oh,
neutral. That was so, that was
great.
the biggest play that I've ever seen on Lance. Like, he just,
Yeah.
he waited really patiently where he was going to go, and then just did a dash, didn't even walk forward after the dash to get in perfect position for that end light to catch him, and Cody didn't get his jump.
Dude, it was a lot nicer than it looked. It might have looked pretty basic to the layman, all right? But let me tell you, that was insane because Cody was very tricky with his recovery back to the stage. Oh, well, hardly matters now. But
Cody kind of
it was nice. That was a nice play. Anyway, we're down to the last bit here, and do my eyes deceive me?
I don't think they do. Both players have
Okay.
decided to stand still.
I thought I had disconnected. Okay,
no, I
so
think seriously.
we don't know what's happening. We don't know what's happening right now. It might be that these players are waiting. I think what also might have happened is that maybe the spectate server ended and the match is actually playing out right now and we can't see it. Oh my goodness. What's happening? We need some words from people.
Yeah, I will try to
We're looking. Don't even worry about it. Everybody, we're on the case. What's happening right now? Are they actually waiting?
I
GG.
got back
They
to the
said
lobby.
GG.
And
The match
Hold on.
happened. I think the match happened.
It happened. Who won? Who won? Okay, it's got word. COSLIX
Okay.
not.
Okay, COSLIX won. It's 2-1 versus COSLIX. I'm so sorry you didn't get to see the very end of that match. We will put it up on YouTube later or something. We're gonna reconnect here real quick. We had a small hiccup in the spectate server, and we're just gonna get right back into it here. Let's take a look. Okay. All right, cool.
It's pretty crazy if that's true.
All right, so no worries, guys. We're gonna get right back into that. So, COSLIX won. It's now 2-1 for COSLIX here, and that's got to be really good for COSLIX here, right? Because one more victory, and he will reset the bracket on Cody. And I'm telling you guys, COSLIX gets this reset. I think it's over. I think COSLIX will easily be able to win after winning this reset. But here we go, going on into game 4 now with COSLIX ahead by 1.
So, Cody Travis has to win 2 games in a row to avoid the reset, but COSLIX is playing pretty well, and we're back on the map that he just got that victory on.
Holy cow, Cody Travis! What a beautiful string!
He's still going.
The momentum
Another
is
counter
gone.
hits.
When's it gonna end? Okay, COSLIX regaining control here. He's got to get his composure back.
Oh, he got the side lane to the
lost
weapon
that.
throw.
Oh, he lost everything.
He's gonna go for that
He was
side air.
trying to
Oh,
get
he just
rid
barely
of that
misses it. Neutral stick catches him
man.
jumping. That was such a hard read. That neutral stick is not going to connect if you just stand on the ground. He was expecting COSLIX
That
to jump,
doesn't hit
and he
grounded,
gets it.
right?
Yeah, it does not.
crazy.
So that was just a super huge. He was just like, COSLIX, you're going to jump in place because you're expecting a down light. So he went for a neutral stick instead. That was so great. And now Cody Travis ahead in entire stock, getting more extra credit. Down air, nair, tries to go for a second nair. Nice last second spot dodge. That was so risky.
That was beautiful. Yeah, to avoid that on a against the lance, you got to be brave. You got to be brave and you got to be quick.
Whoa.
Cody is both of those things. I think he's dead. Yep.
That's another dash forward neutral light knockout from COSLOIX, where he's been using it as this edge guard. Instead of going for the dash jump ground pound, which is a little bit slower, he's punishing CODY for drifting too close to the side of the stage instead of going down to the lower edge on the top end. And he's been getting those neutral lights more than once.
Stocks evened up. Damage, close enough. Let's not worry too much about damage, all right? COSOLIX is doing just fine.
Oh, the down stick
okay,
catches the
that was
side
nice.
air.
Oh, God, that
Whoa.
was nice. Okay.
I mean, that
Good
was
job,
like some
CODY.
cinematic thing where like the lance is coming at you full speed and CODY ducks, shoots up, and then takes him off the top. Like that was so neat from CODY to be able to get that down stick to work. And
Oh,
what? The shade dodge
Oh
in
my,
there.
CODY's so good at this game. I can't believe it. This is
Ground pound
insane.
punish on the side stick CODY. It's like every time COSLOIX barely manages to take a game from him, CODY brings him back to the map and goes, hold on. I wasn't playing my blasters correctly that game. Let me show you how it's done. It's not a 3-stock this time, but it's pretty darn close as COSLOIX is on the verge of getting 2-stocked in game number 4.
That's
That's
it,
it.
right there. Saw that coming from a mile away. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you know what time it is. Like almost every other match we've casted here today. It's game 5. Let's do this. Now, what's on the line here is a little different than usual here, right? Because if COSLOIX wins, we reset the bracket and start again. 0-0 like nothing happened. But if CODY Travis wins this game right now, this very game you're about to watch, it's over and he is the champion. So it's going to come down to this. This could be it. Let's see what happens.
Are we going to end with a game 5 or a game 10? Because if we go to bracket reset, it's going to a game 10. That's just every time without
You're
fail.
probably right.
And I would absolutely love to see it between these two. They're putting on such a great show, and COSLOIX is fighting back. Sidelight Nair, another Nair. He loves going for that after a Sidelight Nair. He will go for that chase. Oh, no.
Wow.
Oh,
COSLOIX is lucky to be
COSLOIX
alive.
wow.
Dude. That was about to be a nasty gimp. A really, really early gimp, too.
Counter hits.
Fine.
Ooh, COSLOIX going for that Sidelight.
Off the
Hey.
side, CODY gets
Fuck.
disarmed. COSLOIX has queued up a second lance and everything. He is all set for this match. That could be it. Beautiful spot dodge from CODY Travis. Very quick on the trigger finger there.
And the platform helps him,
Covered
but
in
weapon throw to
recovery
pick
air.
up down air side air. That was an amazing play.
God.
And he gets an air through. He interrupts COSLOIX recovery. Okay, he's still alive somehow. Mammoth Fortress. With the weapon throw, he's still. Oh no, I
Okay,
think
got
his recovery was. I think that's what happened.
Yeah, I mean, must be.
Okay.
Down to his
it's
second
now
stock now.
two stocks
CODY Travis.
two.
Yep, COSLOIX has got the lead. It's looking good for the bracket reset. It's looking good for the photo prediction. Let's go, COSLOIX.
is that
Go by.
bracket reset is going to be a COSLOIX? I mean, it might be that way. If he wins one set, why can't he win another? Let's go, CODY.
There's
Just
two
get to the
steps to this,
blasters.
right? First is the reset.
Then is the game 10 victory.
Oh, what a dodge.
Whoa, what? Who's
Oh,
recovering
man.
up there? The down stick didn't hit. I can't believe COSLOIX dodged through that and it didn't fall.
He's about to take another stock. He's about to get 2 stocks in the
Oh.
lead here. He's looking for one more hit. CODY. This
Silent
could be it.
recovery.
Oh,
Oh no, COSLOIX is gonna get up 3-1. Sider hits, COSLOIX goes off to the right side of the stage. CODY is just relying on Blaster Sayers to be able to take the stock and then hopefully get it. No, pick up the recovery.
beautiful.
Classic finish.
Really well done.
Now,
Cody's starting to
so,
Cody's starting to let COSLOIX side air into him, and he's like expecting it and then punishing it.
all right,
And
so
man,
downlight,
side air's tough to do to punish. Lance
he's got
side
to
air.
go downlight, sidelight, nair, and then he'll have him in orange, and then the game will be back to even. That's what I'm expecting. Okay, it's kind of close. The ground
Let's
pound.
relay
that
that
was
info over to Cody Travis, Coach Taza over here giving.
And then, when he's barely in orange, that's when
Oh,
you slide
man.
chart. Let's go. CODY gets one there. He's gonna get it. Sider hits. Oh, Cody's doing it.
Man, he
He's
is
not
starting
getting
to
hit
bring it back.
down
Uh-oh.
Recovery.
That's not going to be enough to KO.
Down
but
stick off
it
the
is.
side air.
He's even
Down
with
the
the damage.
Oh, he doesn't stay on the ground. COSLOIX
Okay,
stares him away. CODY goes down to 1 stock. Is this going to be it? Are we going to get the bracket reset? Are we going to game 10?
Maybe.
It's technically game 6. But I'm gonna call
Maybe.
it.
I mean,
He's low on jumps.
COSOLIX
Cody goes
he
off.
still has his lance. I think there's not much health on that lance left. It's about to get disarmed if he holds on to it much longer.
I think Cody is absolutely hoping that an axe cider hits. I don't think he wants to rely on the blasters. Oh, he might go
There
into
goes the lance. Okay, okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is it. Potentially COSLOIX's last stock of the tournament. He has to win this right now to reset the bracket or it's over.
Oh, good start. Gets an unarmed neutral light. He's going for the weapon. No, he waits for Cody to put out the down air and the down light, but Cody still gets a string in. One there hits. COSLOIX is trying to get that landing. Cody can't get the down air through with a side light. Down air, neutral light punishes, and Cody just barely avoids getting hit with the neutral stick, but he's taking so much damage. Down air, doesn't get the second side air, and COSLOIX is getting so much damage in. It's just going to be one recovery. One side light recovery, and that's going to be it. It's there, that's it.
That's it. The bracket reset! COSLOIX got the bracket reset! Set those scores back! 0-0. That's all that stuff didn't matter.
We don't even have time for replays. They're getting back in the game. Number 6 so fast. We're
already loading in.
We can't even.
That's the reset, everybody. We're going right back into it. 0-0. One more time. The winner of this set wins the entire tournament. Cody versus COSLOIX. Let's go.
Oh, all right. This prediction player is getting a little. I'm kind of getting a little worried. Come on, Cody. Game 10. This is where you shine. Well, what the problem that I've been noticing is that Cody has been like having this like vengeance game after every loss. I'm trying to think, does the math work out? If this is the vengeance game, he wins, he loses, he wins. Oh no. Will he win the entire thing? I'm not sure. All right, come on, Cody. You can do this.
It's gonna be good. No matter what happens, it's gonna be good.
It is going to be good, and it is super close. Let's get Cody goes to the side.
Wow!
And
Cody Travis, he fell to safety. The end of that side sig got him just barely off the corner there, and he should have been punished for that. But he actually couldn't be because of how he fell and where COSLOIX was.
Oh, the weapon goes point blank, but he gets the stare and then chase dodge. The down air doesn't get the chase dodge stare afterwards. The recovery nearly takes him off the top. These two are insane. What the side air hits? Can Cody get the edge guard? He's looking for the pickup recovery off the stair. No, he side airs the side air. Can he survive? No, silent recovery. COSLOIX takes the first stock.
Okay, but not by much. He is so damaged here that another one of those unarmed recoveries will probably do it. Oh, how about an unarmed side air to finish off the stock?
I'm pretty sure that move has been like 10 times over the history of the game, and now it's KOing. Okay. Ooh, COSLOIX, really great.
COSLOIX, that 3-piece string, keeping it going here against Cody Travis. Cody going for some reads here. He's starting to put the down air hitboxes where he thinks COSLOIX is going to go, but COSLOIX just continues to be right.
Yeah, nice down air. He went for like a chase dodge pivot side air. But he's getting so many down airs. He's getting a ton of damage. Down air hits. I thought he was going to go for a recovery after that for sure. COSLOIX went for that. Ooh, okay, maybe if he pivoted for that. That's broke the #1 rule for Asa. Okay, side air hits.
Barely alive. Oh, he can still make it back.
Down,
he's got nothing.
Cody.
Oh, Cody not no. Oh, a small error from Cody Travis results in his death as COSLOIX takes perfect advantage.
I mean, Cody can go for the downlight recovery. Will that even knock out? He's on the blasters now, looking for the pickup recovery, and that's when the extra credit starts. COSLOIX with the nairs, trying to take this game, but Cody evens it up. Only one Lance nair to Cody's name. It is such a dead even game.
Dude, it doesn't get much closer than this. What a crazy set this has been. Again?
Wait. Okay, for a second there, I thought I was watching the easy mode bots. That was a little confusing. COSLOIX neutral lights in place 4 times.
That was crazy.
Why not?
Hey, man. I mean, it'll work. It works.
Cody just really wanted to dash in. Whoa, he went for a neutral up that down air.
That might
go for a
if they ended that. Oh,
Snyder hits
COSLOIX disarmed. Grabs the worst time for COSLOIX to get disarmed. Oh, he's in trouble.
Oh, he's gonna go pick up recovery off that. No, down air Snyder off the platform bounce. Cody goes all the way up and he gets the Sarah, and Cody wins game 1.
He went out there for it again, like we saw in the last set, right? In that Apocalypse game where he just really chased him out there for that last one. Look at this. Look at him. Look at the bloodlust. Look at the
I cannot appreciate enough in that replay. We saw that down air cider hit. He hit that down air cider at the weirdest angle because he caught him while above the Mammoth Fortress platform, but it bounced him off the main stage, and he still got the side air to connect that led to that edge guard. Game 2 is coming up on the Demon Island. Let's go.
Holy cow. All right. CODY wins the game 1 of the bracket reset. Man, that was a crazy match. But we're back on Demon Island here. So, you know, history says COSLIX wins this one.
Yes, history does say that. I'm willing to guess COSLIX has like an 80% win rate on this map. He's so good here. But CODY is fighting back. Side air. Yes. Oh, that was so patient.
Actually, he's on here with the Scarlet, right? Oh, enough.
Oh, that huge. Let's go, CODY. Wait, bias. Okay,
let's go, CODY. That's my guy.
Hey, I want to hold on. Listen. Okay, he did the most amazing act side air.
Through. I think it is totally reasonable for you to be biased. You know?
Well, to an extent, I'll give it that. I have to tone it down a little bit. Okay, COSLIX, what can he do to come back?
Hey, how about COSLIX to win this one? So if it's got to be, if it's you versus me at this point. Oh, let's go. Let's go, COSLIX.
But there was what was cool about that edge guard was that COSLIX went for like his recovery and then side air at the very last second, and CODY waited for all of it to be able to get that axe there, so that CODY never, or COSLIX never jumps back and then barely fell. Nice side air from COSLIX, even up the box.
CODY is clearly like more aware than ever of COSLIX's habits and tendencies. Ooh, man. He hasn't landed one of those in a while, but you just wait.
Recovery
stock lead for CODY Travis, man. It's looking bad here. I thought when COSLIX got the reset, it'd be easy peasy from then on, but it seems that this has awakened some sort of primal instinct within CODY Travis, and he is a full stock ahead right now in game 2.
Look at that. That landing Sarah to chase dodge, diagonal chain dodge to reposition for the pivot down here. CODY is moving with these blasters. Trying to find a, oh, he said side light, no down air afterwards, but so much damage is going on to COSLIX. That grab pound was almost a perfect dash forward read. It's too bad COSLIX dashed back. Those falling down airs aren't going to work out, and COSLIX is getting nairs through, but a sidelight cider will put COSLIX so deep into orange. Down by cider.
He needs a KO. The nairs won't help with that.
Ground pound. Oh, yeah.
Oh, he had nothing left. Beautiful play by CODY. He had him in a checkmate there at the end.
Now, I might be in favor of CODY Travis, but I want a game 10. I won't accept. So for now, I am switching sides to Team COSLIX with you, Foda. We're gonna be cheering against that guy.
All right, you and me together. It's all about COSLIX on this one.
Let's go, COSLIX. Get us to a game 10.
Let's go, COSLIX. Well, we're on the Demon Island again, which CODY Travis doesn't seem to be afraid of anymore.
3, 2, 1, brawl.
Okay, yeah, it looked really good for CODY. And those were one of the few situations where I actually saw CODY successfully edgeguarding COSLIX on this match, which is just so crazy.
Yeah, and it really was like he figured it out. Like he did all the math, and he knew the answer now. And he's willing to show his work, you know?
Yes, he is willing to show work. You know, that's a respectable quality if anybody gets those work.
Right.
Yeah,
really middle school
homework
tell
the
you.
math is answers and just don't know how they got to that answer. It's like, how do I not know if you cheat? Right? That's thank you.
Thank you, CODY. Oh man, a really good start for CODY here, and on what is essentially game point here for CODY Travis. Oh
that's
boy,
good.
That's an early stock loss for COSLIX.
Wait, Team COSLIX. Okay, come on, COSLIX. Back it to a game 10. Weapon picked up. It's axe versus axe. I wouldn't put that in favor of COSLIX. You know, CODY Travis is one of the few players that made me think that side stick actually has a usage, because I used to think of it as badly as Taro side stick, but he uses it and he doesn't get punished, so
he makes it work. Yeah, he makes it work. I mean, I still feel like it's a crazy thing to ever go for, but look at this.
He's going for it all the time. Wow, CODY is actually just bringing out every single kit.
COSLIX finally, he conditioned CODY to spot dodge off of his side light because he's always going for the side light recovery. This time, instead, he paused very briefly and landed the neutral sig. Perfect dodge read from COSLIX, taking that stock from CODY. got to do it 2 more times here. It's do or die for COSLIX. Tournament's over if COSLIX loses.
Yeah, match point for sure. No bracket reset this time to fall back onto Cody Travis. Going for that sidelight, down air hits. He goes for the hardest recovery read I've ever seen. It does not connect. Ground pound misses as well. And COSLIX is getting the damage in. Nair? No double Nair. Cody interrupts with the down air. Side air picks up the axe and the down sink. Doesn't connect. Neither does the side air. He goes all the way out and the recovery hits COSLIX on potentially the last stock of the entire tournament.
My goodness. Ooh, okay. This is this tournament stock for COSLIX here. He's got to get it done. He's got to do a lot of work with this stock just to stay in the game, just to keep the win out of Cody's hands for a little longer. Oh, he charged! Oh, he tried to Superman it.
All right, Cody trying to get the sidelights in. The side air comes through. COSLIX is keeping this close. Weapon toss comes through, doesn't get the recovery afterwards. That one hits, and now COSLIX has it 1-1, and anything is possible with COSLIX on Demon Island. I know he knows the pressure is on. Oh, but Cody
really
kicks him
brought it
twice.
Back, though.
What? They're just kicking each
Are
other.
we just gonna unarmed battle? Okay.
Oh, that just came so close.
Oh, COSLIX got rid of that axe in a bad way. He obviously wants to get a lance as soon as possible. Cody knows it. Cody's trying to stop it. But can't stop that, though. COSLIX knocks him out of the way. COSLIX is in trouble. This could be the end. The end is near. Is it gonna be Cody Travis?
Come on, COSLIX is getting some damage through.
He's not gonna let Cody have it so
Sidelight.
easily.
Oh, silent Nair. A few more of those and a recovery will definitely take Cody off the top and bring it to a game 4. He's continuing to get more lance Nairs, but the down air hits. No side air afterwards. 1 Nair. Can he get another one? Oh, he barely misses, but Cody gets the Nair.
That's it! It's over! Ladies and gentlemen, it's over! Cody Travis is your North American Autumn Champion! Oh man, what a tournament, what a set! COSLIX fought so hard, but it just wasn't enough. Cody wins. The #1 power ranked player will remain #1 power ranked for
Yes, very likely.
at least one more tournament.